Next is review of and possible consideration for approval of the district crisis plan.
At this time, I just got to finish one note here, sorry. I would ask that we table the item. With that, though, there is one area that I would just like you to review over the course of the next month here, and that's regarding access protocols. We did make some minor changes to that, and we just have a little bit of editing to do on the rest of the crisis management plan. But if we look at level 2 exterior access, this is really primarily, level 1 unregulated access. We've just done some tweaking. Sorry, that's not in color, but really a reorganization and clarification of what our auxiliary organizations are. Toma Police Department, Ho-Chunk Youth Resources, Higher Education, Clinical Student Smile for Life Dental, Northwest Directions, and it could be a host of many different organizations. It could be for McCoy, somebody coming from the base to the fort. But actually, when we're looking at unregulated access for those auxiliary organizations, they need to have a clip-on ID badge from the organization and prior approval with administration for unregulated access. They need a background check. And then a master list of those auxiliary organizations will be kept at the district office and available on the district website for internal use. That would not be public use for those auxiliary organizations. And then again, these individuals will be required to sign in and out for each visit. Other now, i.e. non-TOMA education staff, regular volunteers, this could include the fire chief, HVAC technicians, electricians, food service delivery, and so forth. Each one of those staff or people will have a background check will be required. A visitor's pass will be issued by the school, and it must be worn at all times. These individuals will be required to sign in and out for each visit. Vendors will sign in once a day for the assigned project. And then we have exceptions, because there's always exceptions to every rule. So if we look at some of the exceptions here, student teachers, interns, milk delivery vendors, only at this point in time. And the reason for that, when we talk about our milk delivery vendors, is they're coming at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They need to get in the building. They have access to drop off the milk in the kitchen areas. They're walking through the building upstairs to sign in and then walk back down, deliver the milk, walk back up and sign out. We have to be a little bit thoughtful of what they're trying to accomplish for the day. So they still have the background check. They will be issued ID so they can get into the buildings. They do make Saturday deliveries and early morning deliveries, so that's the reason for that. So again, these individuals will not be required to sign in and out of the building. The difference being they still have the background check, but they will be issued a school ID. So I just point that to you for your review for the next month. And if you have any questions or concerns, we'll be bringing the rest of the crisis management plan back for you to review. We also are in preliminary discussions with looking at some tabletop exercises with the city emergency personnel, so making a lot of good strides. I can report that we had a meeting with all of our secretaries and administration, about 2 weeks ago tonight or last week, and I thought it went exceptionally well with those folks. I thought there'd be a whole lot more questions, but for the most part they were pretty easy to answer, or harmless, for lack of a better word. So we're moving forward. Not everything is completed at the buildings, but they are well on their way, and they should be wrapped up again in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So looking forward to having that done.
Okay. Yeah, thanks again for all the work on this. I guess the traumatic incidents today at the Navy Yard only sort of serve to remind us of the importance of thinking about these things. Not that you can keep everything we've discussed. You can't keep all these terrible things from happening, but it's no excuse not to think about them and be as prepared as possible. So this is very good work. Thank you. Anything else with respect to the crisis plan? Okay.